Explain is Tom Narayan, global autos analyst at RBC Capital Markets, has an outperform on Tesla, $301 price target. Tom, can this Halo truck reinvigorate a brand that is doing really very well, but has not had any kind of model refresh in several years?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, if you read the Walter Isaacson book on Elon Musk, you see the history of Tesla and how it started out with the Roadster and people really getting excited, the cool factor, right? You had rappers driving around in Teslas. And since then, there's a little bit of staleness that's come about the Model 3 and the Model Y. Now we have some excitement about a car where there's lines wrapped around stores in the past couple of days. And you had signs inside the store that says, hey, if you like this, there's a Model 3 for only $29,000. So the halo effect is in full effect. In order for Tesla to sell 2.3 million units next year, mostly Model 3s and Model Ys, not the Cybertruck, people need to get re-energized and convinced to buy a Model 3 and a Model Y again. And, you know, a car is an emotional purchase. It's all about brand. And this is how you reignite the interest and the passion of a brand. Phil was talking about 20% of pickup trucks being this lifestyle type buyer, and this fits right into that sweet spot. We only see them selling about 250,000, maybe max of these per year, and that's easily achievable at 20%.
Is that a needle mover for a company of this scale and size? It's not going to be a needle mover either way.
No, it's not going to really matter. Plus, if you guys remember, my valuation is 90% autonomy, robotaxi, and FSD, and only 10% cars and trucks. But we do need people to buy these products in the next year or two in order for the thesis to work. So I do believe it's important to re-energize the brand for people to buy Model 3s and Ys. They can put FSD on those and get people excited about autonomy. So it's indirectly important. But in of itself, I don't believe it'll be that big of a financial contributor, especially for a company with a $700+ billion market cap.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the specifications of the truck. How does it compare in terms of size with the trucks that we're familiar with, whether it's the Dodge Ram or the F-150, F-250, the Chevy trucks, in terms of its carrying capacity and in terms of range?
Yeah, it'll depend on the trims. I know we heard of 3 trims that they have. I think the highest end will probably have higher range than those other models that we've been hearing about. But they'll have one at a lower price, potentially lower price than the Ram, Silverado, and the Lightning, right? So I think we'll get some diversity in terms of battery range. And in terms of storage capacity. But to Phil's point earlier, I don't know if this is going to be a work truck. I think it's going to be a lifestyle truck. It's probably going to be more
a
range,
vanity truck,
I would say.
Yeah.
Right, potentially. But there's a lot of people who drive those. I tell you, my brother lives in Texas.
Kelly
and
may
there's
buy
a ton
one.
of pickup trucks.
How many car seats can it fit? Because I would
just throw them in the back. It's a fine.
It's bulletproof. What
That's
could
how
happen?
we grew up, man.
Yeah. I'm getting a little sick of the Odyssey, Tom. No offense to Honda. So you talked about how much of your valuation for Tesla is about autonomy and software and all of that going forward. Do we need to read anything into his comments, his disappointment with what's been going on at OpenAI?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's the other thing I got out of reading the Isaacson book is there's a lot of Elon speak that you just have to kind of not listen to, perhaps. Really, ultimately, you know, people should test out FSD beta, and I personally believe it's the best consumer product since the iPhone. It is so amazing.